And this is the Professor, CBMD PhD, and today's Wednesday, July 23rd, 2025. It is 8:40 and 17 seconds, p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and today's research, UFO policies. So let's hop to it here. Air Force Regulation 200-2 Intelligence, Unidentified Flying Objects UFOs, establishes a responsibility and procedure for reporting information and evidence on UFOs and for releasing pertinent information to the general public. Rather than furnishing objective guidelines, biases the investigation by clearly implying that all UFOs are explainable as misidentified conventional objects. Thus, the investigation assumes its own conclusion. Contrary to the oft-repeated public relations announcements about the investigation being completely objective and scientific, the regulation states that the conclusion of the investigation must be C. Reduction of percentage of UFO unknowns. Air Force activities must reduce the percentage of unknowns to the minimum. Analysis thus far has provided explanation for all but few of the sightings reported. These unexplained sightings are carried statistically as unknowns. If more immediate, detailed, objective data on the unknowns had been available, probably these too could have been explained. Due to subjective factors, it is improbable that all of the unknowns can be eliminated. In the area of occurrence, only explained cases may be released to the public. Information regarding a sighting may be released to the press or the general public by the commander of the Air Force base concerned only if it has been positively identified as a familiar or unknown object. Follow-up queries about unexplained cases are to be referred to the Office of Information Services in the Pentagon, which seldom releases detailed information on a specific case unless it has been widely publicized. Restrictions on Air Force personnel stop from publicly discussing UFOs. Air Force personnel, other than those of the Office of Information Services, will not contact private individuals on UFO cases, nor will they discuss their operations and functions with unauthorized persons unless so directed, and then only on a need-to-know basis. The Joint Chiefs of Staff Directive Communication Instructions for reporting vital intelligence sightings service from airborne and waterborne sources, in addition to military aircraft and surface vessels. The directive also applies to civil aircraft under certain conditions, and which includes, under information to be reported, unidentified flying objects, Section 3 Security 210, military and civilian. All persons aware of the contents of existence of a service report are governed by the Communications Act of 1934 and amendments thereto and espionage laws. The unauthorized transmission or revelation of the contents of service reports in any manner is prohibited. The effect of this directive relative to UFOs is to silence even commercial airline pilots cooperating with the intelligence network once they have made a UFO report through official channels. It is, of course, also binding on all military personnel. Air Force Regulation 1130 Administrative Practices, Custody, Use and Preservation of DoD Department of Defense, official information which requires protection in the public interest. The euphemistic phrase "in the public interest" is repeated, which explains the reason for issuing regulation. Among other things, the regulation is intended to assure the proper use of official information which in the public interest should not be given general circulation. In spite of outlining some apparently worthy uses of this administrative classification, the regulation nevertheless does give blanket authority to withhold information whenever someone in the Air Force considers it to be in the public interest. It is difficult to imagine how the public benefits by this arrangement. Air Force Regulation 11-7 Administrative Practices, Air Force Relations with Congress. This regulation goes one step further than AFR 1130 and claims the authority to withhold, for official use only, information from Congress in some cases. After stating that most for official use only information not given to the public is given to Congress, The regulation continues. And this, it must be emphasized, refers to information whose release in no way endangers national security, or else it would be legally classified top secret, secret, or confidential. This indicates the extent to which the Air Force has taken upon itself the right to decide what the public and even Congress should know. This video was created for educational purposes only. Codename Will, Professor Christopher Brunette, leader of research, scientist, ufologist, psychic, computer programmer, computer technician, philanthropist, writer, mathematician, artist, photographer, film producer, chef, animal, and nature lover. Passion, world peace. Hope you enjoyed listening. Until next time, have an excellent day.